All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachawadash. Double honors for the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who were well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. 144,000, Shalom, Barakathum. And I just wanted to speak a little bit on this, on the TikTok ban that basically went down. All right, they basically, you know, they passed a bill or a law to outlaw it, and you know it's trivial news. But one thing I want to caution brothers on is when these Edomites get in these Congresses, man, and anytime they have something that has something called bipartisan support, there's always something nefarious and very wicked going on at the core of it. All right, one of the most recent examples of this was that $6 trillion package they passed in 2020, all right, to give everybody those stimulus packages, which all that did was keep people from rioting in the streets because people was already cutting up with George Floyd. But they passed 2/3 of that $6 trillion went straight up to Esau, man, and they did all kind of wickedness with that money. Okay, so these are things to keep an eye on. All right, and the other thing is, it's like TikTok has become a very important and integral part of the modern day culture, man. All right, they disseminate a lot of information on there, and ultimately they want to steer the narrative in their favor, especially in the election year, man. So, you know, for what, you know, business news may seem benign to some folks. You know, it seems like, well, what's the big deal? How does this fit into prophecy? Well, we got to see. But the point is we gotta watch, man. We got the Scopeo on these people, man, and they are being made bare, man. Esau really cannot hide very well anymore, man. Because everything he does, people are on his head, man. All right, on his helmet, as Jake say, you know, and they got it under the guise that they banned TikTok because of a threat from China, but they really are the biggest threat, man. Like, they've been spying on you since 2000, man. All right, they just got permission to do it after the September event in 2001. All right, now they got your permission. All right, but a guy, a famous old Democrat named Noam Chomsky, all right, he came up with a term back in the 70s or 80s, I believe, called manufacturing consent. So what that basically is he creates the consent, all right, by doing some kind of event that causes you to give him consent for it. In other words, he gets the public to consent to something based on an event that he caused, all right? And this is what the Patriot Act was, man. He always wanted to do it, but he needed the consent of the American people to put all of that spy apparatus on everybody's phones and all of these ISPs and networks. So what did he do? He scared the shit out of you with people from Al Qaeda and I forget the name of the ISIS and all these other people, you know. Osama bin Laden, you know, he used all of these things. Saddam Hussein, weapons of mass destruction, whatever he could do to scare you into thinking that we got to do these things. That's what it is. And then the American people, they just go, all right, well, we consent. But Esau manufactured that, man. Okay, so this is no more than another example, you know, of that, because this guy has been spying on you, man. Motherfuckers swinging water around. So, because this guy's been spying on you the whole time, man. He's talking about he's worried about China. Well, they're not going to do anything different from what China is, all right? China is being wicked, and they're manipulating these algorithms to show, you know, young girls especially, you know, twerking and nonsense and playing MTCs and doing these stupid challenges. But basically everything that keeps the mind preoccupied with bullshit, man. All right, social media is basically like a bag of Doritos. What a bag of Doritos is to food is what social media is to actual social interaction. All right, there's no nutrients or substance in Doritos. you know, and social media, there is no substance to the interactions on there. It's all artificial. It's likes. All right. When somebody likes something, they don't really like it. They just do it because it's just something to do. When your so-called friend or follower, they don't actually follow you. It's just a hollow form and version of it, man. All right. That's what social media is. But what's happened is, even though it's hollow, all right, because they can do it in such a large quantity, you can get thousands of likes, tens of thousands, a million likes on something. All right. So that offsets the real sustenance of it, right? Just like Doritos, you can eat a whole bag of it. You can get a whole bag of it for cheap. All right. And the reason you can eat that much is because there's not really any nutrients in it, man. And but what they don't tell you is that they sneak in addictive substances, man, in that food. And that's what social media is. It's an addictive substance that people are addicted to. All right. And that's a trick bag, another one, man. All right. So when Esau's trying to do bipartisan legislation to ban it, all right, it's not for your well-being, man. It's because he couldn't get it's because he couldn't get control of it. All right, because he wants to be the one in control to destroy you, man. He don't want to try to destroy you. He wants to do it. That's basically what this is, man. All right. But keep in mind, a lot of conspiracy theories, a lot of things, the narrative that Esau has not been able to control fully has been on TikTok, man. All right. China will let these things go. China wants the youth destroyed here, but they'll also let propaganda and stuff go, conspiracy theories go on TikTok against America. All right. That America wouldn't do. Like, you can say things on TikTok, all right, that you can't say on YouTube. Why? Because YouTube is U.S. controlled and TikTok is not. All right. And ultimately, this is what I believe. You know, they want to go down, but the scriptures say the crafty will not be able to perform his enterprise, man. His wicked device. I butchered that, I know. But you know, you can read that in Job and in various parts of Psalms. All right, but we're not ignorant to Satan's devices, man. You know, the crafty device of social media has basically been found out, man. You know, nobody's falling for this anymore, man. All right, and so it's always suspicious whenever you see the so-called Democrats and the Republicans are like, yeah, we got to get rid of it. That means it's a threat. Okay, I'm not on TikTok. I'm not on there. I think it definitely, that app definitely does have demons on it. You know, we know there's no enchantment against Jacob. So for brothers that are on there, it's not to say that you're going off or anything, but it's next level. It's social media on crack, man. All right, it's definitely designed to suck you in, and that's why it has over 170 million users that quickly, man. All right, it took Facebook years to get that, man, and they basically came up, boom, just like that. And women are basically addicted to it, man. There are women that would basically break down and start crying if TikTok were to go away in its entirety, which I don't believe is going to go away in its entirety. You know, I think they're going to work out some kind of deal where Microsoft or somebody's going to buy it, and then Esau is just going to do the same thing that Moab is doing to you, man. You know, that's basically what's getting ready to go down. But pay attention to these things, man. You know, because things that don't seem like they're going to be important are going to be important in terms of how this thing is going to end, man. And we know social media is going to be important. Social media is the reason why so many people are against the small hats, man. A lot of that propaganda that they are able to push, and they can quell the counter narrative. They're able to do it on platforms like Facebook and YouTube, you know. But on TikTok, they couldn't do it as much, you know. So, you know, personally, they're in damage control mode, man. All right, there's too much real information coming out and coming through platforms that they can't control, and get ready to see, you know, more of that materialize into the famine of the word across other platforms, man. All right. I wouldn't be shocked if you know, Facebook and YouTube or somebody, you know, takes them over, or if they can't get it banned, somehow it doesn't get banned, that they ban reposting things from TikTok, you know. because this guy is the devil that we're talking about, man. You know, so the whole TikTok ban thing, it really is BS, and we gotta see things through spiritual eyes, man. All right, and look at these things and filter things through the scriptures, man. You know, watch the devil, man. It's like 3-card money, that game where you got the 3 cups and you moving them around and see which one. That you got to keep an eye on the cup that got the marble in it, man. Which is, in this analogy, would be Esau. Okay, you can't get caught up into all of this. This is not just legal back and forths. All right, there's something very nefarious going on. All right, on a much higher level. You know, so that's basically my piece on that, man. I'll end it here, Lord willing. This is edifying. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Hashem Rachak Kadash. Shalom. Am Yasharon.